how I got tongue-tied and everything at the beginning. How's it going, everybody? Another episode of College Hoops 2K8. Hopefully this time it will be much less salty. I won't be much of a it won't be. I don't think I'll be nearly as angry, just because I think I'm 8-1 right now. By the way, hello, Big Giant Balls. I'm 8-1 right now. I've got this USC game, and then all my conference games. And so I'm kind of realizing it's like, you know what? I had that loss to Ohio State that I really hated, and kind of lost a good portion of my cool with. But, I ended up beating Duke. I beat Wisconsin, beat North Carolina, beat Missouri. There's a lot of really nice wins that we had. And, overall we've had a pretty good season. So, yeah, I guess no matter what happens with USC, we definitely did extremely well. And I want to see here. Yeah, because we had 5 losses this last season. So I don't see us getting quite to that point again this season. With the simming and everything of the conference games, that'll be a little bit different. But I think we went through our non-conference games and had a lot of really amazing games, I think, against a lot of great teams. So, yeah, I think, I'm not going to be, even if I lose, I'm not going to be too upset about it, because we are a team that's quite a bit lesser than them. I'm going to try to do, a little bit more, to play some actual, it's one of those things. It's like, okay, I got to come in with a nice little game plan. I'm going to keep it cool, keep it light. It's always fun to see me fail, but I think I'm definitely going to try to work with that a little bit. There we go. Up.
Skips it to the top of the key.
There we go. He didn't make it, but that's a guy that I don't really use all that. Hayes is a really good point guard, and I haven't really used him that much. No, you don't want to leave Dumlauskas open. By the way, what's up, Bailey? I saw you a minute ago, but I was going through my spiel. Alright, let me see here. High-ranking teams really hard, yeah, generally. I mean, I think the thing that made me kind of irritated was the fact that I did so poorly against them. Like, when I lost to Florida, I'm just like, wow, I totally collapsed, and I got no one to blame but myself, because I could have done so much better. But, like, I think the thing that kind of irked me about it is the fact that I've beaten teams very close to their level at this point, if not kind of on their level. I think that was the thing that irked me more than anything, was that I felt like I should have done better than I did. But, sometimes you just make a lot of bad decisions and stuff happens. Oh, that's not one of my... Oh, okay. I'll take it. I just passed it back there thinking, it's got to be one of my 3-point guys, right? Nope. At least he still made it. 3 of the top 4 ranked teams lost yesterday. Wow. Makes me sad because Iowa State has done so poorly. And we're not even doing all that bad. But they've done so... That probably shouldn't have passed it as hard as I did, because that's a big reason why I did so poorly.
Earlier today, I spoke with the head coach. He told me that they take more pride in rebounding than any other area of their game.
Compared to the last, 3 years, Iowa State's done really poorly, and has ended up not ranked because of it. And it really irks me to know that Iowa State has done we're starting to dip back down to where we were before. before our last coach. Why don't I even remember his name? That's rough. He was like one of our best coaches ever, and I don't even...
About 9.5 minutes left in the half. Jackson dumps it off. Risky pass.
The Bulls coach now, I know that much.
Instead, he'll go to the line for
2. Why don't I remember the former Iowa State coach? He's now the coach for the Bulls. He did so well for us. Like, it's like, oh yeah, his nickname was the mayor and everything, but then like his actual name escapes me for some reason. It's really weird. And it's gonna be one of those things. Someone will say it in the comments, but I'll remember it by the end of the stream. There you go. Come on, Horner.
Tosses it up. Nothing.
There you go.
By Horner.
Oh, wrong side. That's all right. This is how I used to. Yeah, I mean, this is how I like to play with like a lesser team facing a better team. Is that I want to at least get us to a point where, I like to have us at a point where we're putting consistent pressure on the defense. Oh no, I was just about to pass it to Horner. Damn it.
Again, he's making big plays on defense to help his ball club.
What cagey instincts on the defensive end.
Deflects the pass.
Ooh.
By Hayes.
Wonderful job of denying the basketball.
I probably shouldn't have. Oh well. Oh, that was just a long two. Yeah, I kind of knew as soon as I put it up. I'm like, this is a long two.
Boy, gets it right wing. The last shot missed from three-point range. Lucky break from the defense.
Pass it over here. Ooh. Oh God, he's not good at backing down in the paint.
Backs him down.
Any plans for as soon as you end this series, do you have any plans for a new team in this game? Well, I'm not really ending the series. I'm just planning on moving schools, so I don't know. Shit. To be fair, you can do like, I think 30. It's either 30 or 50 years. I think it's like a 50. You can have like a 50-year career in this. So this thing could take forever. And I don't have to necessarily like stick with one team. I can always, if I'm 15 years in and I've done everything I feel like I can do with like a team, then I can always move down to a low-ranking team and then just do it again. So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like the series probably will come to an end, but like I got 50 years of this I can do, and I can get. I mean, I'm only in like what, year 4 right now. So I mean, we got there's a ways to go. We can do stuff with this. And yeah, I can continue to use my have legendary all A+ skills and end up like just it's like, oh, here's the renaissance of my career where I'm that was dumb. But like, yeah, just do something different where it's like, I feel like doing another shitty team. Let me go find a god awful team and decide to do something with them.
Lets it go.
Oh man, I was about to pass it out, but that was an issue with Ohio State, as they were like right on his ass. Find the most shittiest team and make them a godlike team. You are watching that right now, sir. This is a team that when I took them over, they were ranked worst, like lowest in the NCAA in everything. Grambling State, I think when I started this, Grambling State had like 2 wins on the season. Like, they've done a little bit better this year, but like 2 seasons ago, when I took them over, like officially these guys were the worst team. Like, they had 2 wins on the season and they were both like Division II teams. Like, against any actual NCAA team, like a Division I team, I mean, they were just shysta.
On the free throw for the 3-point play.
They were garbage.
About 6.5 minutes left in the half.
Hence why we're finally starting to get good now, because it was a bunch of like, it was Terry Rose at like a 72 overall, and then it was a bunch of 50s. So this has been like, this is 4 seasons of like continuation story here. I have to remind myself, by the way, that when we're doing the when we're doing the simming to stop every week so I can continue recruiting.
Good on number 2. Corner inbounds the ball.
Alright, so it's still only 18-16. I actually thought we were... I actually didn't know if we were doing... Oh, I thought that was a simple pass. But we were actually doing better than I thought we were doing. That wasn't the smartest idea, but, I mean, we got it there. Oh! I really have to stop doing that. You know what happens is I get used to like shitty teams, or I get like I think it's like a cockiness almost, like this weird confidence. Oh, come on now. Come on now. I wanna see that one again. That one was okay, just in time. Nope, that's what it was. Oh, what? I don't... But the tippin'... I mean, I guess there's probably, like, the sucking motion. But, like... I mean, it did... whatever.
Chemistry issues after those substitutions, because that gives them a pretty inexperienced lineup out there.
NCAA Basketball 9. Cool. I got NCAA Basketball 10, which we are... I think it's... I gotta see the numbers again. Less than 100 subs away from my next... Wrong button. I hit A. I meant to hit B. Nope. Oh, God, I thought we had him. I thought we had him. But yeah, once I hit 2,500 subs, that'll be the next NCAA basketball video. I think we're getting there a little bit quicker than... I think we're actually about on time, because I think I was moving... There was a period, I think, around Christmas or so, where things were moving a little bit slower. And... Oh, man, his awful post moves. That's the one thing is, like, I think there's some... Okay, because there's ISO motion buttons. There's no dribble stick in this game. As far as I know, it's all the shot stick. The ISO motion are the face buttons. I don't know if there's, like, post moves, because I really could have... I gotta assume there is. I mean, it seems highly likely that there would be some sort of post movement in this game, and I just don't... I don't remember. Like I do the turnaround shots like that, but if I knew the post moves, like I know, like in the later versions of 2K, like 2K14, 15 on, when they started like overhauling the dribble stick, like I had that shit down. Like post moves, like in NBA, I got post moves down. I just need to make sure I have, you know, people to run it off of. This game is... what team will I have in NCAA 10? Northern Iowa Panthers. Yeah, went through... Jesus, are we like year 5 or 6 with them? I don't know. I'd have to check. We might be like 6 years into that one.
This is the 3 after the nice pump fake.
Can't remember.
That was a much quicker shot than they might have liked, but it was a pretty open look, so it's tough to fall.
I wanna try that though. I wanna try the
backs down, tipped away.
Oh,
the turnaround.
Fuck it. That's the turnaround. Fuck it. Oh, I actually meant to pass. I hit the shot button like a split second. I'm hoping that I'm hitting the pass button enough to cancel out the shot button that I hit. It's like, oh no, I hit the shot button. Pass. Nope. Good job, Tyler.
Brings it up the floor.
Is PS2 games in Steam really cheap? I don't know. I don't know that many PS2 games that are on Steam.
Misfired on that last 3 by Boyd.
Moss did a good job to grab that
I assume
rebound.
they're okay,
Perfect
but
position that time.
sorry, I'm kind of confused about that question. If that's just I'm confused if that's supposed to be related to what this is, because this is on the 360, but like I didn't know if it was that or if it was like just a random question. You've been in that team for years now. Did you discontinue? Yes, I did. Basically, once I started doing college hoops, I was because I did really amazingly with view-wise. I did really amazingly with NCAA Basketball 10. I just got really sick of it. Because like the game, I complain about the gameplay a fair amount in this game. Like, I complain about the things that happen, and I had my borderline meltdown last stream. But overall, it just plays so much better than NCAA Basketball 10. Like, NCAA Basketball 10 really isn't the kind of game that you can play strategically. You can't really do that. There isn't. And a lot of EA NBA games, or EA basketball games in general, have always kind of been like that for a while. Is there's not much of a need to be too, to really strategize or have a team centered around a certain type of thing or anything like that, Alright, our inside game has been working wonders, so I want to see if I can continue working that in. Alright, abuse him, abuse him, abuse him. There you go. We are working wonders in the paint tonight. That's a far cry from what it was, a few games ago. But yeah, it was just one of those things that, on top of the gameplay was one thing, but like the dynasty mode compared to this is like it's night and day between NCAA Basketball 10 and College Hoops 2K8. It really is like it's so night and day when it comes to like the depth and the how you can all the stuff. I mean, here you can start recruiting basketball players as their high school freshmen. It's ridiculous. And you can get like a bunch of world guys, and there isn't so many random guys that will just like pop up. Like the guys that you see pop up as seniors, you kind of know that they're going to be there because they'll be there as juniors, and you know what they want, you know how interested they are. And it's not one of those things. I think the straw that broke the camel's back was the fact that, okay, Northern Iowa, University of Northern Iowa, is out of Cedar Falls, Iowa, about 2.5 hours north of me. And and what basically happened, I mean, this was the thing that basically broke the camel's back when it came to why I'm no longer playing it. Is you can see that on the stream, because I definitely had it on stream, and it was definitely one of my videos. So yeah, Northern Iowa is out of Cedar Falls, Iowa, and so we had our team that year go to the national championships. We lost, but we went to the national championships, and so a huge thing there to have a team. That was so glad that didn't. We got lucky. But yeah, we had a team go to the national championships. We lost the national championship game, but I still felt really good. I'm like, hey, even though we lost, but we still got to the championship. And that next year, they had like the whole list of prospects. The number 1 overall prospect happened to be from Cedar Falls, Iowa. And he had 0 interest in playing for me. And I'm like, that's... Oh, shit, we're done. Or with the halftime, at least. And he was from Cedar Falls, Iowa, and he had like no interest in joining the team. I'm like, that's fucked up. Really? Really? We are out-rebounding the shit out of them. I think that's why we're probably winning right now. Is because I think that was a big thing in the Ohio State game, was we were getting our ass kicked on the boards. But yeah, that irked me. Because I'm just like, are you fucking serious right now? We just made it to the national championship. Like, there's no closer to a championship winning team than the team who did a runner-up. And they're a hometown team. Nope, didn't want to join. No interest. Like, what the fuck? How? How is that physically possible?
I talked with Coach Wilson. He told me that he thinks it is going to take
even Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes was from Ames, where Iowa State University is. And this was at a point when, you know, oh my God, I thought that was out of bounds. Wow. But, yeah, even Harrison Barnes, who, like, even when Iowa State wasn't really, they were just starting to get a little bit of momentum going their way, but they weren't all that great. I think if things were a little bit different and Harrison Barnes was, like, a couple years younger and showed up to play college basketball a couple years later, he probably would have played for Iowa State. But he at least gave Iowa State, like, an option. Like, when he decided to choose schools before he went off to North Carolina, he at least had his mind open to Iowa State. And they weren't even a huge team at that point. They weren't even a team that actually had a little bit of, you know, a little bit to them. So, yeah, that was one of the things, is I just hated the dynasty mode. Just hated it.
He's 5 for 7.
Watch how you talk. Hey, I'm telling you, yeah.
Uses the crossover. Dish left wing.
Oh shit! Oh, I got him kind of in there.
Shot from the baseline.
I kind of just stood behind him and like, no, you got it, champ. Go ahead, you got this. Oh.
Takes it up, gets the finger roll to fall.
It was a little awkward, but we managed it.
For the game. He's doubled up.
Let's see, can we stop him?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the key here that I have. This was like the old school style of beating a team that was way better than us, is just full court trapping them and work them into making some sort of mistake. There we go. Hayes, we don't really get, we never really gave Hayes we've never given Hayes too much this season. Maybe he'll get more during the sim and feel a little bit better. Wow. You didn't really even try there, did you? You didn't really even try to get up in his face or anything like that. Oh, you're gonna leave Rose open like that in the corner? Oh!
The break is on. Goes up.
Is this the same recruiting style as 10? Fuck no. No, they have like different pitches. Like this one, I mean, it's sort of like, it's kind of similar, but like it's a bit more intricate, and it's a bit more intricate with the recruiting, and then it's way deeper. Like way deeper. Like I said, they don't really do like world prospects where there's like, oh yeah, you have to go to this area for these types of prospects, and these are the ones that you can get, blasey. It really is one of those things where I think they decided upon a team's ability grade-wise, and then they just kind of stuck it there, and despite how good you got over the course of time, you still were kind of stuck with a certain level of team.
And they got burned. Evan Starr.
Closer to NCAA football? Sort of. I mean, you do have the column, email them. Like, okay, with 10, you do have the calling, emailing. You don't have to. It's a bit more simple in that you're not having to worry about like specific pitches. It just does the pitching on its own, and so it's a bit more simplistic in the fact that you don't have to have a specific pitch. It'll just do it on its own, and you'll get a certain boost to it depending on how good your charisma is, which is why I've done so well with such a shitty team, is because that was the very first thing I did, is made a beeline to A+ charisma so that I could get amazing, at least decent recruits. You know, getting at least like 3-star recruits was kind of the thing I wanted to do here. Let's see, will this work?
Pulls the trigger. Knocks it down
okay.
from three-point land.
In 09, you can only do 30 years. I think you can either do 30 or 50 in this game. It's 30 or 50, and I cannot remember which. Either way, it's still quite a bit. It's still a full career.
Comes up empty
There we
from
go.
the wing.
They've got to learn to be patient on
But
offense.
yeah, it's a bit more simplistic in the fact that you don't have to decide pitches, but it's a lot deeper in the fact that there's like different.
The shot
There's just different things, you know, as a part of it, and you can go for all sorts of different prospects. There isn't like just a very finite number that everyone's kind of fighting for. You know, it's very deep. You can get exactly who you want, depending on, you know, how good your levels are.
Coach just told his assistants if we have to defend with
There we
five
go.
guys in the paint, then let's do it. But I'm getting very
And
tired
yeah,
of seeing us
it's
getting killed on the
I don't know. I just
Let's
always
send them
liked it
scrambling to the
better.
chalkboard,
I found it to be nicer and more realistic. And yeah, I just like the dynasty mode a little bit better. Plus, you can upgrade your coach. I don't think they do that in NCAA Basketball 10. You don't really have coach upgrades to kind of help you along the way as you're going through certain things. So you're not really looking for like with my guy. I'm really good at like I'm amazing at recruiting. I got A+ recruiting, and then I got like some teaching discipline and a little bit of scouting. But what I'm mostly looking for in assistants is the people who can help me on both offense and defense with their skill set. As opposed to like NCAA Basketball 10, where it really doesn't matter. In fact, I don't 100% know if you can choose assistant coaches or not. I don't remember. I'd be happy to coach for 30 years. I know it's at least 30 years in this game. It might be 50. I can't remember. More college basketball and football games. Yeah, it'd be nice.
Jackson inbounds the ball.
I would even take like a generic game. Like if you don't want to spend money on like the NCAA license, just make it a generic game that's moddable. Everyone will figure out the rest. I guess the only thing there is like it would be nice to have something where right out of the box it's what you want it to be, rather than having to do the whole thing of whoops. Do the whole thing of trying to create something. There you go. There you go.
Turnaround was made by Gonzalez. And they're now out in front by 18.
2K can make them their most for. Yeah.
Stewart.
It would be nice. I would take, like, they can literally just, if they made another, like, any sort of 2K football would be nice. Something along the line, like if it was anything close to 2K5, if it was at least as good as 2K5 with like, you know, some newer and updated stuff, perfect. You don't even have to put the NFL license in. Just, I mean, that's kind of the big thing is to put that in there. But like, can you imagine? I don't know. Like, I don't know what type of deal 2K would try to. Like with basketball, 2K has done really well with using TNT guys. So they have the whole NBA on TNT deal without really having NBA on TNT in name. So they don't have to pay for the name. They're just paying for the personalities to sit there with a 2K logo in front of them. And it works out perfectly fine. I can only imagine what they'd be able to get. I don't know if I don't think they could do ESPN, but it'd be amazing to see what they could do with anything close to. I'm trying to think. CBS. I think EA does the CBS thing as well, don't they? So,
I'd love to see that.
God, I don't. Okay, between maybe Fox guys, they could try to do Fox stuff. Oh my God. About the past 3 years, NCAA player license bullshit. And to be fair, it's expensive because like you can get into because like teams now like are so they try to value themselves quite a bit to the point to where like it's expensive to try to get certain teams.
He's 8 for 8 for the game. The steal by Lang.
it's like super expensive just to get certain like big teams.
Inbounds the
Like
ball.
if you like it's one thing. It's like if you want to put like fucking Army, Navy, all that other horse shit, I'm sure you'll be perfectly fine. But like if you want fucking Alabama, it's gonna cost you a hell of a lot more. Yeah, I forgot about Fox, dude. Nothing would make me happier than to see 2K do a football game with the Fox guys. I don't know who are the Fox broadcasters at this point, because the last time I paid attention, it was guys. It was who was it? Terry Bradshaw, Jimmy Johnson, Howie Long. Fuck, they don't even have to get the current guys. I'll just take that era of NFL on Fox. Just Terry Bradshaw, Jimmy Johnson, and Howie Long. Howie Long's a must. I wanna see his flat top haircut in a game. There we go.
Welch inbounds the ball.
Golf is the only sports game to be developed. To be fair, while they really, like, I don't think they do golf games anymore. They did the Rory McIlroy thing, and then they stopped making, like, yearly things, I think. What the fuck? I think I hit the wrong button. Oh, shit.
Catches it left side. Lang hands it off.
Ow, fuck it. That one's gonna be
Jackson pulls it in.
I think now I'm basically in clock kill mode at this point. I'm at a point now where I'm basically just looking to kill the clock.
Shoots.
We're gonna slow the tempo down, and we're gonna make something happen with this.
Boyd puts it up. Can't get the free.
And we're just gonna get out of here with our lives.
How wide open he was.
All right, there we go. Let's do pick and roll. I haven't done a lot of. Oh my God, we suck. That's all right.
Skips it to the left.
Just try to force our way down in there.
Gets it out left.
Let's see what we got. We got a lot of nice big boys. Big boys. Work yourself in there, Lang.
Oh. But there's still
Michael Strahan. Oh yeah, Michael. Oh God. I want to see Michael Strahan's like teeth. That would make me happy. Just give me NFL 2K5. You don't even have to. Oh shit! What the? Why did I do that? You don't even have to give me like. You don't even have to give me the official NFL on Fox. Just give me a 2K style of it, and just like you don't even have to make the rest of it look nice. Just give me Howie Long's flat top and Michael Strahan's teeth, and I'll be happy with the production.
passes it up court.
I don't remember much other than Howie Long's flat top and Michael Strahan's teeth. Other than that, I don't know much about 2K's production levels. Good game, solid game.
Right wing with the shot.
Three-point attempt missed by Evans.
Oh God, what's his fucking name?
There, but they got away with it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Lang
Yeah, that sort of worked out a little bit nicer. Sort of.
No good.
The defense closed
Couldn't
so
find anything on the
quickly that
broadcasters.
easy
Isn't Shannon Sharp part of their, or is he a CBS guy? I know Shannon Sharp does like the football predictions. Doesn't he do like the football predictions with like the gloves and everything? Where he's like, I'm going to show you who's going to win, and then he puts like his hands together to show the logo. It's like, this is who I think is going to win. I'm positive that was Shannon Sharp, and I think it might have been CBS, but I'm not 100% on that one.
Rose looking to heat up a bit. All net.
I think this game is out of reach.
All right.
There's just not enough time left for.
Feel pretty good about that.
Unloads.
Maybe that's just what I need to do from now on. Is just like not worry too much about the actual game. Just play just like chat about stuff.
Yanks down the offensive rebound.
Like, yeah, fuck it.
Open look.
He's got to make that shot burn. No excuses.
Takes it up. The finger roll lay-in was missed by Boyd.
All right, let's see what we can make happen here.
Boom. From 17 That's the game. Grambling defeats.
Oh well, we still won. Very, very, very good win for us. I'll take it. 22 points. He went 9 for 10. shooting 3 for 3 on the free throws. He went 1 for 1 from behind the arc. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Gonzalez definitely earning his player of the game. That last Viking game was BS. I made some terrible decisions. I did my recruiting for this week, didn't I? I usually make sure to end with it just so I don't forget. Okay, I definitely did. Did I even give him a... Okay, I gave him a scholarship. There's someone I didn't give a scholarship to. Him. I wonder why I didn't give him one. Oh, it's because I already have... Okay. That's right. I need a point guard. I need a... Oh, I got 2 point guards. Why am I not giving one? Oh, yeah, I think I gave one... I think I didn't give one to the... I think I didn't give one to the... To this shooting guard is because I think I thought about moving somebody at some point. And plus I had a 4-star guy here. I can't remember what my reasoning was behind it. I'll just keep it as it is. I definitely had reasonings behind it and I don't remember. Oh, shit. Face cam when your viewer count and subs get up there. I've thought about it. I might. I don't know. The last thing you want to see in the middle of all this is my ugly mug. Are we really gonna... Am I really gonna do this? Am I just gonna simulate? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Alright, so... Okay, before I do this, I should really save, just in case something happens. You never know. You just never know. We had a very solid game, and the last thing I want to do is fuck it up. But, yeah. I've considered it, but I'd have to get, like, a new webcam. Because, like, my webcam I've had is kind of old and broken. I mean, I could easily just get an HD webcam, but, like... I don't know. I think... I don't know how great that... I don't know how great it would be to do a face cam where you can just see all the... Just the gross disgustingness of me sitting in a fucking wife beater because I like it nice and cool, because it's like 30 degrees out, but for some reason it's still like 70 in my apartment, despite the fact that the air is, like, the heat is turned at a relatively low temperature. Fuck you. This is one of the reasons why I considered, like, just playing the first couple of minutes, getting some momentum, and then just... Yeah, well. Streamers can handle yours. You watch Swedish people, believe me, the guys are not... Yeah, and then also there's, like... I don't know. I'm really self-conscious about my hair sometimes. Just because like, my hair has always been a point of... Like, I can always tell, like, what age I am based off my hair. Because I always went through, like, different weird phases with it. I mean, I've mostly kept it relatively short and at, like, faux hawk now. Not really a faux hawk now. Like, because I used to do, like, full faux hawk, and I was like, yeah, this is great. And then I got older, I'm like, faux hawks are kind of lame. And so I still, like, kind of spike it up, but I move it over to the side a little bit. It's just a whole thing. There we go. I mean, we're pretty much going to get this guy anyway, but we might as well just scout him. Just to use the points. We've already got our 3 scholarships offered. I might as well just go take another look at him. Seems like I picked some really good guys. Look at that. B+, B+, B+. I'm actually really enjoying the guys that I decided to recruit. Feeling pretty good about that. Yeah, my hair is long enough, especially like the last couple of weeks, where I have my hair in a hat, because it's like I don't feel like doing anything with my hair, so I'm just gonna throw it in a hat. And then I just have, oh, Corrigan is unhappy. Alright, fucking fine. Son of a bitch. How many pep talks do I have? Am I done with pep talks? I'm done with pep talks. I wonder why... Oh, Corrigan... Oh yeah, that's right. Corrigan's probably unhappy because he's the last bastion of the... One of the last guys besides Turner and Moss who have... who are the last guys in this... Or no, Corrigan wasn't. Oh, Corrigan was one of those, like, first guys. That's right, he was like a 2-star guy that I just needed. And he was okay, but now everyone's kind of passed him up. Yeah, it's just Turner and Rose as the two guys that are left from the original, the OG team. There we go. That's alright. Oh, you know what I should do? Just to showcase it, I do the training player progression. You get to see the player progression. That's cool and all. I want to show you the bonus drills because people have asked me before every once in a while about the bonus drills, and I don't really mind like showing people bonus drills, but I'm just gonna show you like just how I don't know how to. I don't know how to properly discuss how awful the drills are in these games. Like when you're trying to develop somebody, because I'm pretty much simming everything. I might as well spend a little bit of time showcasing that. Like, okay, like there's the NBA 2K games, and I think it was like 2K11, 2K12, something like that. And they were really good at, if you wanted to develop a certain skill, you'd be kind of god-awful at it, but you could still sort of develop it. This, for some reason, this game hadn't quite developed the, you know, how to develop people, and I really wish it had at least, like, the 2K12 way of doing stuff. But, like, as you can see here, I'm already in, like, the 70s for shooting. And just kind of doing some shots and stuff just to try to get my stuff up here. And even with the perfect releases, it doesn't help because I'll still miss and then I lose points off of it. They really refined it. They really did refine it just a couple years after this. They did a lot better job on development drills to make your players better, and that really helped me during like old franchise modes at that time when I would develop players to do like 1 or 2 specific things off the bench. Here it's like, God, even though he's already pretty good at something, he's still like, it still came nowhere close to actually helping. So yeah, it's just, yeah, it really is just a blech. Just a blech. Is there a career mode for players in this game? No, there is not. Although I have seen people do like their own little career modes where they'll create a player because, okay, I might as well, let's see if I can show this real quick. Management roster. So if you have a guy like Terry Rose in career Dynasty, where you're building a team and you have to start from a shitty team, you go to edit player here and you can change their name. You can't change their class or the scholarship or the red shirt. I don't know if you can do that in the open one either. You can change where they're from, jersey number, all that stuff. You can change how they look, how their hairstyle is, how big they are, whatever. You know, you can put tattoos and accessories on them. So you can do all that. Now what it's missing here is tendencies. You can change tendencies, which means not much of anything. But there's usually an attributes menu right around here. And that's the thing that is the difference between Career Legacy and Open Legacy, is that there's an attributes menu to fully edit your player to kind of put them to whatever you want. And so people will take that, change a guy like this to look however they want, change the number, change the name, all that different stuff, and then just play as that player, because they have, in the game, they have player lock. So you can just player lock to your specific player, and then you can play as them, and it's like having a career mode. But yeah, then you could just play you could just play games locked to that position, and then when it comes time for you to get subbed out, you can just like, turn the controller to computer, and then just do comm versus comm until you get back in. So you can just watch the AI one until you get back into your own game. That's how I've seen people get around actually doing it, so they could have a College Hoops career mode. There we go, recruits. Slightly convoluted, but it seemed kind of cool. It's like, I get what they're going for. It was neat. By the way, is anybody trying to... Okay, no one's really trying to get in on certain things here. By the way, we really have kind of worked our way into top level here with even the 3-star guys, which isn't really a huge feat, but it's something. Let's put him up there. Don't got anything better to do. A&M. Game perfect. We are just rolling right along. I like it. I like it. Only had one loss, so about what I'm assuming. Mississippi Valley State's doing a lot better than I thought. I'm not really worried about them though. Alcorn State's a maybe. I think Southern I'm pretty happy about. Jackson State might be. I don't know how we lost to Jackson State, honestly. It was a really close game, but hey, we got ranked again. I think this is our new highest rank at 22. Might have done a little bit better as the season went on last year. I can't remember. Or in the actual conference tournament. Can't remember how that went. There we go. Alright, so how are we looking here? We're looking pretty peachy keen. Discuss the possibility of changing conferences / schools. Yeah, this was the one where I planned on going to a better school. Like that's the reason why I picked. Like that's the reason why I picked like North Carolina and Wisconsin and Duke and Ohio State and USC. I picked a lot of high-level teams so that hopefully my stock goes way up as a coach, and I can get myself on a decent team next year. Like I said, I'm still hoping to end up on an actual Iowa team. That would be nice. And play that for who knows how long. But, how bad we beat them bad. I don't know how good Mississippi Valley State is. They're 14, or no, we're 14-2. Number 17. Corrigan's unhappy. Go meet with him, I guess. Who cares? Wow, we just barely beat them. We're at 17, by the way. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean this is I think I said at the beginning of the year, this year is absolutely my interview, my personal one-season interview with big schools to show them how good I am, and I am bound and determined to make, like I did first. I dropped in the first 2 years ago. I dropped in the second last year. It'd be nice if I think I'm almost positive I should make the Sweet 16. I guess it depends on how the brackets work, but like, man, I'm shooting for at least the Elite 8. At least. I'm shooting for some. Oh shit! I didn't recruit. Recruit. There we go. That's the upside to having an A+ charisma, is I can just like use myself as it. Yeah, we're doing good, just zipping right along through this. I'm irked about that loss, and I'm irked about almost losing to the Devils and their god-awful logo. There we go. Recruit. Oh shit! Oops. Hitting buttons one too many times. That's why I can never be a speedrunner. I'll just completely mess it up somehow. Why did I go around like that when I could have just hit down? I took the longest potential route to the next game. Alcorn State, there we go, nice win there. Oh, that's right. Herpaderp. Recruits. I do enjoy the fact that we have gotten good enough now that I can just zip my way through this without much of a worry. I don't think I'm going to get either one of those guys, honestly. I mean, it might change being in the tournament. Tournament might change it a little bit. Let's see. Being close to home, feeling wanted, getting good coaching. That's one they don't have on. Like, proximity to home and good coaching is in NCAA. But, like, I don't know what feeling wanted. Would that be, like, playing time? I don't know. No, playing time's right there. I wonder what feeling wanted is. That's a new one. I want people to playing at a big program. Hey, we're a big program. At least now. Oh shit, other people are starting to find out about these teams. No, get the fuck out of here. Fuck off. Fucking Marquette and Rutgers, get the fuck out of here. Mine. Fuck out of here, Nebraska. I love how we kept winning, but like we weren't facing good enough teams because we're in such a shitbag conference that we actually lost ranking. I mean, we're still at 24, but like it's one of those things where I'm just sitting there going, we haven't done anything wrong, but we're in such a trash bag conference that we lost ranking because of this. Go. Okay. Let's see, anybody else trying any bullshit? No. We got people starting to come up on this guy. Cool. Get myself a nice 4-star recruit. Alright, last 3 games of the season. Alright, skip the recruiting notifications. We are Dunsky. sim it. There's a win. And... Derp, derp, derp. Simulate a win. These aren't quite the... Well, I guess we're not really that amazing of a team, so some of these games being as blowouty as they are, you know, I should at least be happy about that. I shouldn't really complain too much. We are a top 25 team. Dare I take a stab at trying to do this? Dare I? These are the games that matter. Okay. We're not quite an hour in yet, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in. Oh, meet with him. Horner's unhappy too. What the fuck are people complaining about? What are you guys unhappy about? Ugh. Horner probably because he's just not getting the minutes that he used to. Moss is probably the same way. Corrigan, I could give less of a fuck about how unhappy he is. I'm guessing that's probably what the deal is that he doesn't have nearly as many minutes. Active rotation set. What's the... There we go. Maybe if we auto-generate, some guys will get some more minutes. Change the minutes around a little bit. Get some guys a little bit more. Cool. Okay, so I'm positive, I'm 99% sure if I were to just sim these games, I'd be A-okay. However, since we're not that far in, we're still less than an hour in, I'm going to save the legacy, because we did all those games. There were some close ones, but hey, we only have one loss. I'm not even close to mad about that. It's just one loss. I mean, everyone's got to lose at some point, huh? 26-2. We did great. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the first couple minutes of the game. Just go as hard as possible at these guys. Each game. Get myself at least a good 10-point cushion. Because I think with the momentum and a hearty lead on our side, we can make sure that I actually make it. I want to turn that 99 into a 100. Like I said, I am 99% sure if I just simmed it, we'd be fine. But this is not the time to be you know, making assumptions here. This is the time to make sure that we perform at our best. Wow. It might not even take 2 full minutes, guys. Come on, get that UPS looking team. UPS, the basketball team. Ah, shit.
That defender clearly got some contact as he tried to make the shot.
Yep, that's an open and shut.
I love whose building are we in for this, by the way? Because because in my mind, what we're looking at here is much bigger and much nicer than anything any one of us in our conference has. No one in our conference should have something this big or this nice. I don't know where the hell we're at, where this many people would show up.
Who has some info for us.
Vern, earlier today I talked with Coach Wilson.
I mean, we only got a 2,200 seater in our building. Then again, there might be a lot more people trying to come into the building, and we just don't know it.
defensive glass.
You never know.
We are not used to seeing
Maybe we're starting to become like the Green Bay Packers. We're trying to get season tickets. You know, the building's only so big, but trying to get season tickets is like you have to be put on a waiting list.
It's stolen by Lang, and that'll be his second steal of the contest.
Not a good entry pass.
There we go.
You just can't force it in there.
That last inside shot.
It's probably good enough at this point. While we're hot.
Number 14 shoots it. Can't put an end to the run.
This obviously isn't the way they wanted to start the game, Vern. They're already forcing themselves into a catch-up mode.
Lang.
Yeah, see. Against a decent team, we shouldn't be able to do something like that, but we're just able to abuse these teams. All right, there we go. That should be good enough. That should be good enough. 59-32. It's not even a huge score, but oh well, good enough. Oh, see you later. I didn't even notice that. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. I'll tell you, talk about my backers. Yeah. Arc Pine Bluff. Another team I'm positive I would have just destroyed. But hey, you know what? The way this is looking is this is going to be a... it's going to be a quicker than most... stream with this, because we just get through the entire second half of the season and the conference tournament. Like, we'll get to end with Selection Sunday, like, without hardly a worry.
It's just begun and they're already in the minute.
That was dumb on my part. I tried to steal when he shot. Go Tyler.
Dumps it off. Backs in.
Back, get, go.
Lang from the left
Don't be acting like you're gonna be playing me hard. They're putting up a little bit of a fight, but we'll see what we can do here.
That's defense, Vern. He wasn't fooled by the
Put it up to Hayes. Fuck it.
Floyd hauls in the board.
All right. I can't be as... Okay, so they decided they're going to play a little bit, so I can't be as loosey-goosey with them as the other teams.
Still a 2-point lead. Lets it go.
I'm totally, like, this is... If this was a team with actual skill, I would not be doing this, but I'm trying to... Oh, my God. Oh, they still missed. Like, if I was playing against teams with actual skill, I wouldn't dare play like this. But I'm just being spammy for the sake of getting a lot of points right off the bat.
And they lead by 2. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Tracy Wilson.
I don't know how many wins we ended up short. All I know is that the Vikings were like 6-0, and the next thing I know they were 7-8. I don't even know if they won their last week. I just didn't care. Like, fuck this. I was 2-12 in fantasy football. It was such an awful year. I didn't even really have terrible guys, just guys who didn't do all that great. And then I got horrible matchups, and then by about week 8 of being like 1-7, I'm like, well, I'm clearly done for the season, so I don't give a shit. I actually won a game when one of my players was on bye, and I just decided not to even like bother like taking him out of the game. Didn't give a shit at that point. This was like week 12 or something. It's like, wow, how did I end up winning? I hadn't fucked with my roster in like 5 weeks.
He gets the second to fall as well. Hooked loose, but it's
that would have been great. See, they started off okay, and then they did this nonsense.
It's a deuce the other way if you don't protect the basketball.
I was expecting a little bit more from you guys, huh?
Hull has it left wing.
It's going to take us about 4 minutes, I guess.
Goff dishes it to the free throw line. Boyd puts it up.
It's all right, you're going to miss.
They're still down 9. To the inside.
Go!
And the key. Swish.
Even with a hand in his face. Get shit on.
They're going to double team him. Arkansas Pine Bluff takes its first timeout of the game.
Defense? No. Shot selection. We'll make our shots and get the fuck out of here.
Tigers will bring in some players from off the bench.
Excuse me. Yeah, we got an appointment. We got an appointment with the NCAA tournament. We can't be sitting here worrying ourselves with you guys.
The ball. Goss throws it up. On the mark.
We got selection Sunday to worry about, guys.
Right around 9
You can't be worrying one iota about your horse shit.
Moss lays it right in, and they're now out in front by 8.
10-2-1. You lost the place. The guys who broken his phone halfway through the season, couldn't change his lineup.
Pass left wing.
Had a guy starting who was on injured reserve. Oh boy.
Corner snatches the rebound.
You can't afford to spot the other team any more points, Vern. They're in danger of letting this game be over before the second half.
Backs down.
Over before the second half. It's going to be over in the next minute. I just need to get another shot. Let me get my 10 points and let me leave.
Picks it up. Gently drops it in.
All right, I'm just going to put another one in and be on my way out of here.
With a lot of momentum. Has it out left. Moss shoots from 13 feet.
Let me get to 10. I just want to get to 10. I really want to get to 10. I want to have that 10-point cushion.
Arkansas Pine Bluff calls time.
Fuck it. We're probably good enough now. Fuck it. 42-31. Yeah, this simming leads to a lot less. That's alright. Alabama A&M. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the save button here. I think no matter what happens in this game, I've pretty much got myself a shot at. I'm going to be in the tournament. I'm 20th ranked, so I think whatever happens here, which I better still end up winning anyway. I'm still going to the tournament.
It's time for College Hoops 2K8. The Alabama A&M Bulldogs battle the Grambling State Tigers.
Oh, that 28-2. It's so
the Southwestern Athletic Conference tournament. We're here at the Birmingham Arena.
The best part about this is that even if we lose this game, which I highly doubt, and we lose our first round game, which I highly doubt, we'll still end up with a better record than we did last year. But I mean, every game after this is going to be like it's going to be absolutely we're playing through the tape. We are running through the tape. The game's not over until the horn sounds.
They're bringing the double team.
I hate how they're playing basketball. Come on.
Thomas puts up the tray.
Stop playing basketball. Not a spin.
They're now up by 3.
There you go.
Number 34
Come
inbounds the ball.
Come on.
Thomas.
Come on.
Stolen
Get.
away.
There you go.
Passes it to the inside. Lang has it outright. Feeds right wing. Lets it go. The jumper was buried by Rose. He's got 2. They're going to double team him.
I'm just looking for something.
Thomas.
Look out with your trying to play.
Reaching in, and that's foul number 2 for him. Bruce makes his first appearance.
Oh, Hayes already got 2. Oh, shit. I may have fucked my team with that one.
Too aggressive.
Here comes the double team. Great pass. Catches it. High post. Thomas, lead pass down low.
Oh, get shit on. Oh, my God, we still couldn't get it. Oh, you still couldn't make it.
Don't count on him to miss it again.
Oh, doesn't that suck?
Rose puts it up. Gonzalez gets the rebound.
Oh my God! Come on, guys! I just made fun of them for that, and then you go and do that shit.
Let's check in with our sideline reporter,
Like,
Tracy
goddamn.
Wilson, who has some info for us.
Come on, you guys are a fucking top 25 team. Can we have a fucking little sense of self-respect here? For how we play this game?
He admitted that he had been too. He said he's already got the spot in the trophy case cleared out for the championship prize. He might be getting a little ahead of himself, but he seemed awfully proud of what they'd already done this season.
Thank you.
Are they telling me I'm getting ahead of myself? They seem to be getting a little bit ahead of themselves and looking into the tournament. It's like, fuck yes, why would I care about Alabama A&M? And I'm going to have to worry about fucking Duke or somebody like that.
Fires. The shot from the right block was made by Lang.
Can you stop making stuff, by the way? I mean, I'm doing a pretty good job of continuously making shit, but it'd be really nice if you stopped making stuff right about now.
Bruce hangs in the air, finishes in close.
Just so I can pull ahead.
They're ahead.
Get some momentum going our way.
Double team. The Bulldogs take their first time out of the game.
I'm going to work on defense. Our shot selection seems to be fine, but... Brady's Revenge Tour.
West inbounds the ball. Colvin from 18 feet away.
Come on. There we go.
Might have rushed that one just a little bit. There was plenty of time.
Ah, God damn it.
Got a little over anxious.
No good on that last shot by Doom Blast.
Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Give.
Passes to the stripe.
Give.
Pokes free. And it's gathered up by Rose.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and when he got the chance,
There.
he pounced for the steal.
It's stolen
Give.
by Lang.
God damn it. We were so close.
Look at this little guy getting it done down low. You love to see him
You
in there.
asshole.
Last basket was nailed by
Get down the
It's a
court.
6-point game.
Just dribble around and
That's
you'll be
a
fine.
terrific move to the hoop. He took it in at just the right angle.
By 8.
Give.
They're
Give.
bringing the double team.
Give. Come on.
Houston has it baseline. Releases from 16 feet. Gonzalez
Almost there.
corrals the miss.
Almost there.
It's still early, Vernon.
Yeah,
They
just leave
can't
him
take
open.
any more time to get
That
this thing
always
going.
worked for
It hasn't been
everybody
pretty
else
for
this
them
season.
so far.
There we go. It's going to only be like 40 points. 59-32. I think we would have done just fine without it, but who am I pulling for? I don't really give a shit. I guess Falcons, because Falcons haven't been in there forever. But I tend not to really care. Alright. Before we sim through the day, I want to save. I imagine everything's going to be fine, but, you know, it's I've had my issues with this game. And by issues, I mean my own stupidity. But hey, it's time for Selection Sunday. Already! We are 29-2. We trounced everybody on our way to the SWAC Championship. And now to Selection Sunday, where we find out where we sit. Yes. Oh boy, here we go. I'll turn this up a little bit.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Greg Gumbel here with my partner Clark Kellogg, bringing you the 2K Sports NCAA Selection Show. We're all set to show you the seedings and pairings, so get out your bracket sheet, get those pencils ready. Here are the basics. Of the 65 available tournament bids, 31 are automatically given to conference champions. The tournament committee hands out the remaining 34 bids on an at-large basis. An opening round game will take place on Tuesday night to narrow the field to 64 teams. Before we get into the brackets
where are
for the
we
upcoming
at?
tournament, let's take a look at the final top 25 media polls.
18, look at that, over Michigan State, Indiana,
top 25 this week. The Gonzaga Bulldogs,
South Carolina, Hawaii, Gonzaga, Kentucky. Wow, Kentucky and South Carolina both didn't do that well. Seton Hall's got up there, St. Louis, Providence. Look at the teams that really started doing well so far in this.
The NCAA tournament bubble.
See, NC State, Virginia. Virginia will probably make it. Oklahoma, Minnesota.
If they'll be playing. Clark, who jumps out at you there?
Minnesota should be considered among the best.
I bet you UTEP will get a, because they're 21-6. I could see UTEP getting in there.
Non-power conference teams knocking on the door that may prevent them from getting an invitation.
And we have a few more teams in similar position, right, Clark?
Towson isn't among the very strongest of the non-power conference teams.
Towson,
but they're pretty close. I'm sure they were hoping for a better showing
of the power cut. Where the fuck is what conference is Towson out of?
Sure, it's been a long week.
Is it weird that I don't I don't remember Towson at all? Period. I don't remember a Towson
in this year's tournament. The Villanova Wildcats are the top overall.
Yeah, we didn't make one of those, so I'll just look up.
The second #1 seed who will play in the South Regional. The Ohio
Towson
State Buckeyes are seeking their second
basketball.
NCAA championship in school history.
Not heard.
Are our third #1 seed, and they'll play in the Midwest Regional. They return to the tournament after not making the field last year, so this will be a
Towson Tigers in Towson, Maryland.
#1 seed will play in the West
They're in the
Regional.
Colonial
The
Conference. Okay.
Are in the tournament field as a #1 seed for the third
It's like, why do they call it a
time in the history
power
of their
conference?
program.
It's
Now, here's
fucking
how brackets
Colonial.
shape up based on where the #1 seeds have been assigned.
Villanova,
In one
Ohio
national
State, Michigan,
semifinal
Illinois.
game, the winner of the East Regional will play the winner
Don't put
of
me in the
South
South.
Regional. In the other
Don't put. I
semifinal
don't want to
game,
deal with that
the winner
right
of
now.
the Midwest Regional
I'll deal
will
with
play the winner
Nova.
of
I'll deal
the
with
West
Michigan.
Regional. Those
I'll deal with
games will be
Illinois.
played on Saturday, April
I don't want to
the
deal with
2nd.
Ohio
And
State
we'll be on to
yet.
the national championship game on Monday night, April the 4th.
I don't want to
Any
deal with that
surprises in there
horse
for you,
shit.
Clark?
I don't think I'm alone in my surprise with these picks. Whenever you reach this far down
Don't
the
just
poll for
don't
the top
anything but the
seeds,
South.
You're guaranteed to have some second guesses coming your way.
So, with the #1 seeds out of the way, it's finally time to tackle the rest of the brackets. First up, we take a look at the East Regional.
All
The
right.
Villanova Wildcats are the top seed, finishing at 28-5. They were conference tournament champions in the Big East. They will take
Oh,
on the
there we
winner
go.
of the
Let's
and
hit
now
next
the
game.
#8
See
seed,
where we
the
end up here.
Arizona State Sun Devils. To enter the
Arizona
tournament
State
on
and
strength
Baylor. That
of
one should be
place
pretty
finish in
good.
their conference regular season, and were losers in their first
pretty
game.
good
Marquette
there,
comes in as
too.
the #5 seed,
Marquette
finishing at
and
20
Davidson.
and 11.
Marquette got a
And
5
they
seed.
will
I
take
wonder
on
if that
the
means we're
12th
going to get a
seed from the
5
Southern
seed.
Conference.
Because I think we were
Davidson
right below them.
Wildcats with
But
23 wins.
maybe the fact that we
Arizona
only
enters
lost
the
like
field
2
as the
games might put us at like a
from the Pac-10.
2 or
This
dude. If we
is
had like a
their
2 or
30th
3
appearance
seed,
ever
holy
in the
shit.
NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the
Middle
13 seed.
Tennessee.
The Middle
Jesus
Tennessee
Christ,
Blue
some of their
Raiders.
names that
The
end up
Georgia
popping up in
Bulldogs
here.
are in as the
Told you
6 seed.
Oklahoma was
They'll
gonna
be
make it.
taking on the #11 seed, the Oklahoma Sooners, with 19 wins.
Georgia and
Mississippi State
Oklahoma,
comes in as the
Mississippi
#3
State,
seed,
and Cal
finishing at
Poly.
25-7. Our
Interesting.
#7 seed is from
Michigan
the Big
State,
Ten.
USC.
The Michigan State Spartans
Ooh,
were
that should be
rewarded for
fun.
their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the
Michigan
Big
State
Game.
and
Next up is the #2
USC,
seed,
Tennessee,
the Tennessee
and
Volunteers
Central
are the
Connecticut,
conference tournament
I
champions
guess.
from the. Looking into the future a little bit, this bracket looks poised for a titanic matchup in the regional final. If the top 2 seeds can take care of business in the first 3 rounds, we have the possibility of a classic Elite 8 meeting. Next up, we'll take a look at the South Regional. The Ohio State Buckeyes are the top
Ohio
seed,
State, Southeast
finishing at
Missouri.
27-6.
Man, there's a
They
lot of
finished
teams I didn't know
Georgetown
exist here.
comes in as the #8 seed,
Georgetown and
finishing at 20
Wyoming.
12. Wyoming comes in to face them at #9
Okay.
with
Georgetown,
22
Wyoming,
wins.
that's pretty good.
Kentucky enters the field
Kentucky
as the #5
and Brown,
seed from the
alright.
SEC. It's yet another
Dude,
appearance
don't
in the
put me
brackets
in this
for a school
fucking
that's no
conference.
stranger
I
to the
beg of
NCAA
you.
tournament. They'll be
I
getting
don't
ready to
care if
face
Kentucky's
the
22
Old
and 10.
Dominion
Don't
comes in
put
as
me
the
in here.
#4 seed,
And Old
finishing at
Dominion,
26
don't put me in.
and 5.
Please not
They'll
the
take on
South.
the 13th
Please
seed
not the
from-
South.
And now the #6 seed, the
Hawaii and
Warriors,
Towson.
come into
Hey,
the tournament
Towson
first
made it
in their
after all that.
conference during the
Towson
regular
made it.
season and were losers in their first game.
It's
at their
also
conference
interesting
tournament.
seeing
They-
Hawaii
the St.
there.
Louis Billikens are in
St.
at the
Louis
#3
and
seed.
Kent
They'll be
State.
taking on the #14. Next up is the #7
Syracuse,
seed. The
Florida
Syracuse
State.
Orange
Hey,
have
Florida
established
State's there.
themselves
All
as
right.
our #2
Doing pretty
seed
good
is
there.
from the Big East.
Providence and
Friars
UNC
had a tremendous
Asheville.
year that included a It's the first question every
Interesting.
selection
Oh,
Sunday.
thank you, baby
Which
Jesus.
is the toughest bracket? Well, this bracket looks to me like it wins that prize this year. Not only are the top
Fuck
seeds
everything
strong,
about
the
that
lower
bracket,
seeds
man.
can be dangerous as well.
Fuck
On to our
everything
third
about
bracket
that
of the day.
bracket.
Let's take a look at the Midwest Regional.
Put me
The
somewhere
Michigan
nice.
Wolverines are the top seed, finishing
Michigan,
at 25-7.
Loyola.
our number 8
Okay,
seed
New
is
Mexico,
from the Mountain
Holy
West
Cross.
The New Mexico Lobos
I can do
had a
this one.
tremendous year that the UNLV
Alright,
running
UNLV
are in as the number
and
5 seed.
Siena.
They'll be taking on the
Oh,
number 12
please put me
seed.
in the Midwest.
Grambling enters the field
Grambling!
as the number 4
Yes,
seed
there we
from the
go.
Southwestern Athletic Conference.
A 4
This is
seed
their
against
third appearance in the
Belmont.
NCAA
Alright, I'll
tournament
take
in
that.
team history.
I
They'll
like
be
this
getting ready to
bracket.
face
This
the
bracket's
number
nice.
13 seed, the Belmont Bruins. Finished the season with 22 wins.
The Grambling State Tigers come into the tournament on a serious roll. Now, usually that's a benefit, but it can work both ways also. A lot of times it just puts more pressure on a team.
Shut the
But I think
fuck
these
up.
guys can
I'm gonna
handle it.
win.
They've got a lot of momentum, and it wouldn't surprise me to see them feed off of that momentum and keep it going in the tournament.
Oregon comes in as the number 6
Oregon,
seed, finishing at
UTEP.
25, and now the
Cool.
number 3 seed. The Kansas Jayhawks come into the
Yeah,
tournament.
you know
first in
what?
their conference
I've beaten
regular
Kansas
season,
before,
and
and that
winners
was
of their
last
conference
year
tournament.
with
They are
a
going to play
worse
the number
team.
14
So
seed,
Kansas
Boston
being
University
there
Terriers,
isn't a
who
huge
came in
deal.
first in their conference tournament,
I'm not.
finishing at
That's
20
Kansas
and
being
11.
in line
Next
isn't
up
really
is
a
the number
death
7
sentence.
seed. The Maryland Terrapins
Maryland,
are
San
the
Diego
conference
State,
tournament
okay.
champions. Connecticut comes
Good
in
ones.
as the number 2 seed,
UConn,
finishing
well,
at 27 and 7. Evansville comes
fuck
in to
me.
face them at number 15
We'll
with
see.
14
By the way, I
wins.
think
In the
that put me
tournament
in the same
championship
bracket
of the Missouri
as
Valley Conference. This bracket has the potential
Michigan
to give us a
in the
sensational matchup in the regional
Sweet
final
16.
if everything
So if I
goes
want to
according
make the
to
Sweet
form, and the
16,
top
I'm
two
going to have to
seeds
go
can
through
survive the
Michigan.
early rounds. And finally,
Or if I want to
let's
make the
have a
Elite
look
8,
at
I'm
the
going to have to go
West
through
Regional.
Michigan.
The Illinois Fighting Illini
Pretty sure
are the
how
top
that's gonna
seed,
go.
finishing at 26 and
That's
7.
alright.
They are the conference tournament champions in the Big Ten.
I would have
They'll
liked to
take
been in the
on
bottom
the
half
Bethune
just
Cookman
because I could
Wildcats,
probably,
the number
I don't know about
16 ranked
UConn,
team.
but I
This
can
marks
handle
their first
Kansas.
appearance in the NCAA. Next up is the number 8 seed.
Oklahoma
The
State and
Cowboys
Rutgers.
have a step. Gonzaga comes in as the number 5
Gonzaga
seed,
and
finishing
Minnesota.
at
This is going to be
26
the
and
this
6.
is going to be the region I
Louisville
would
comes
want
as
to be
the
in.
number 4 seed,
Louisville,
finishing at 21 and
UCLA.
10.
Oh my
Our number
God.
6 seed is from the SEC.
South Carolina,
the South Carolina
Virginia.
Gamecocks were rewarded for their outstanding play. The
Okay.
Florida Gators,
Florida,
are in as the
San
number
Jose
3 seed.
State.
They'll be taking on the number
You know
14
what?
seed, the San Jose State
I'll take my
Spartans,
region.
with 17 wins.
I don't know.
And now the number 7 seed,
Prefer
the Indiana
not
Hoosiers,
to
come into
be
the tournament 5th in their
around
conference during the
Florida
regular season.
this time.
And were
Fuck
semifinalists
'em.
in their conference tournament. Seton Hall enters the field
Seton
as the
Hall.
number 2 seed from the Big East.
Have
This
I
is their
faced
12th
Seton Hall
appearance
yet? I
all
can't
time
remember.
in the NCAA tournament. Some of the
Thought I
lower
have.
seeds in this bracket have the
All right,
ability
well,
to
hey, we
not
got a
only
4
take
seed.
part,
We're doing
how do
pretty
you
all
view
right
this
there.
year's top
Look at
16?
that. We got our
Maybe
name
I
right
haven't
there on
agreed
the
with
Midwest
selection
Regional.
committee every year, but I think they did a great job this time. The top 16
How fucking
looked
insane
just
is that?
about right to
Michigan,
me.
Connecticut, Kansas,
St. Louis
is
Grambling.
easily the most dangerous number 3 seed out there. I'd say they have just as good a chance as the number 1 or number 2 seeds above them to make it to the Final Four.
Now let's bring the conference
Honestly, the
picture
South
into
probably
focus.
would have been
The
pretty
Big
good, too.
East gets 9 teams. The SEC with 6. 6 out of the Big Ten. The Pac-10 gets 5 teams.
What a down year for the non-power conferences. We're used to seeing at least one of those conferences compete on the level of the power conferences. But
Yeah,
not
Big
this year.
East
Too
just
bad we didn't see
fucking
more
cleans
small
up so
conference
far.
schools in the tournament. None of those
Just
conferences got
cleaning
more
the
than
hell
one
up now.
team in the tourney.
Look at
I don't expect
ACC
any
only had
David
3
Goliath
teams
stories
get
out of
in.
the teams that did get in.
I'm surprised there were so
Jesus.
few bids for the teams. Didn't
Maybe
even chance. It was
ACC
an
is more
especially
of a,
disappointing year for that conference. Usually
more
you
of
can count on
a,
few of the nation's elite teams
football
coming out of there.
conference.
This was
I can't
a season where
remember.
Very few of those.
Bubble
Here's the
watch.
list of the teams that were on the bubble heading into selection
Yep,
Sunday.
Oklahoma,
So,
Towson,
partner,
UTEP. I
Rich
told you
Hills
those
and
guys are
Mike
going to
Gee
get
should
in.
be sending the selection committee a
Niagara,
thank you card.
UNC
Oklahoma,
Wilmington,
every one for
Manhattan.
having
Yeah,
the
a bunch of
toughest schedule
teams
of
I
any of the
kind of
bubble
assumed.
teams.
Like, I'm
Strength of
looking at
schedule was
Oklahoma going, they're a
always going
power
to be a
conference,
tiebreaker
so is
for the bubble
Minnesota.
team.
They're going to get
It
in.
definitely swung the
Virginia
committee in their favor.
probably.
While those
Towson I
teams
wasn't
are
100%
celebrating
sure.
getting into the
UTEP I
tournament,
figured
let's
on
take
their
a look at
record
the
was going
other
to get in.
teams who were on the short end of the stick.
So,
All right,
that's
Clark,
all
now that we know all the teams and matchups,
about what I
time to
figured
get
was
the
gonna
tournament
happen.
underway and let the madness take over.
Greg, let's throw the ball up right now.
Yeah,
I can't
the
wait to
Tar
get
Heels
started.
definitely went
I hope
down.
This is an NCAA tournament that gives a lot
Tar
of
Heels,
those
I think, were
special
like a
moments
12th
that
seed or
stay with
something
us
like
for
that.
years to come.
For my partner Clark Kellogg and for all of us here in the 2K Sports Studios, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thanks for joining us on the NCAA Selection Show, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. Enjoy all the excitement of the NCAA tournament.
All right. And we have made it. We have made it as the #4 seed, probably I would say arguably one of the most winningest teams in the entire tournament. I'm going to save this, obviously. I don't know how the top teams did. How did they do how did they do wise here. Let's see, 27, yeah, 6-5, 6-6, 7, 10, 6-9. Yeah, we're like the winningest team in the entire nation. We actually were 10-0. We've won our last 10 games. We're 29-2. We're just rolling right along. I like it. I like it a lot. Look at Kentucky, 22-10. North Carolina, it's not even. North Carolina's not even ranked. Oh, poor guys. Look at our team card here. 27th conference rank. Our third tournament bid, of course. 108-26 is my record. I gotta say, feeling pretty damn good about that. 29-2, 17-1 in the conference, and 81-77, 82-81. So I don't know if we actually went up technically with that. But, you know, feeling pretty good about that. Taking a look at, of course, our team. A lot of confidence building with a lot of these guys here. We've done pretty well. Ooh, I should look at, you know, some of the stats and everything here. Let's see. 10-0, 2-1 versus the top 25. 13-game home streak. Oh, was that game at home? Fuck it, Duck. We were doing so good at home, too. Real life for number 9 and 17-3. RPI 1 through 50, 1-1. 51 through 100. Yeah, we just kind of blew through them there. RPI 22, media 18. Pretty well there, of course. Our 2200 tiny little gym. Key players. I think we know who our key players are at this point. Not really any better than anybody. Actually, no. We got the advantage. We're definitely an above NCAA average team, which clearly. Wow, look at us, man. Offensive efficiency, conference rank 1, national rank 2. We are the number 2 ranked offensive efficiency in the nation. We are the number 1 defensive ranked efficiency in the nation. And I think most of that probably comes from the fact that we're an amazing, we've grown to become an amazing team in a shitbag conference. Number 2 in the nation in offense, number 1 in the nation in defense. Fuck my life. This is our moment. This is our fucking moment as I sit here and bask in this. Real quick before we end up closing this up. So there you go. Went through our one non-conference game we still had left with USC. Can't remember where they were ranked at the time. Sim through all of our conference games. We only lost the one to Jackson State by 4. Kind of irks me, but that's all right. I take what I can get. That's what I assumed was going to happen when we were going through games. So we did end up getting our win back easily on the second go-around. Then, of course, handily won all of our conference games to win the conference tournament yet again and get ourselves into the NCAA tournament again at a number 4 seed. We're taking on Belmont this year. Let's see what the tournament tree looks like for us. Okay, so we will face the winner of UNLV and Siena, which pretty good to me. We'll see what happens here. Oh man. So if I beat them, then I'll probably be facing Michigan. Not really assuming that that Michigan is going to lose to either Loyola or New Mexico or Holy Cross, honestly. Kind of assuming they're going to win. Not a lot of surprises. UTEP kind of surprised with their win over Oregon. San Diego State beat Maryland. That's okay. Any big upsets? I want to see a big upset. We haven't really done a whole lot of games here, have we? Michigan State beating USC, Tennessee, of course, winning their game. South Carolina and Florida, Indiana, Seton Hall. About as averages, I would assume probably the closest thing right now is maybe the San Diego State one. I'd say the closest thing to an upset right now is the UTEP over Oregon, maybe. You know, that's an 11 to a 6, so yeah. Florida State beating Syracuse, maybe not a huge thing. It was very close, but yeah. So I guess we'll find out next time how well we do with that. I'm very excited to see what happens here. Yeah, got ourselves a pretty good region. Yeah, kind of hoping out of these 4 teams right here. All right, the way I'm looking at it is I'm kind of already. I shouldn't look past Belmont, but I'm probably going to beat Belmont. And if I take on UNLV, I have a pretty good idea I'm going to beat UNLV. So where I'm looking at here is any of these games. I think I've beaten Holy Cross before. Probably not going to be Loyola. It's probably going to end up being Michigan. Almost certainly going to end up being Michigan. But God forbid anything happens, and I face anyone, but I'll feel pretty good about that. But yeah, face Michigan, and Michigan's going to be the major hurdle. Once again, I still feel pretty good about UNLV. So that last major hurdle will be either Kansas or Connecticut. And personally, I'm hoping for Kansas to pull it out over Connecticut, because I feel easier facing a team like Kansas, who I've already beaten as a lesser team before. Not saying that that's pretty much a guaranteed win, but it'll help. So it'll make me feel better if Kansas somehow beats out Connecticut, and then I can somehow manage something against Michigan. Michigan's going to be the big one. So hopefully I can make it to the Sweet 16. And yeah, hopefully I can make it to the Sweet 16, and then I'll have my big challenge in Michigan. And if I can, God forbid, I could beat out Michigan, hopefully Kansas can beat out Connecticut, and I'll feel really good about possibly making the Final Four. So, all right. Just kind of looking at the brackets here. There we go. That'll be it for this end here. I need to play some more NBA 2K17. I'm going to save the legacy one more time again. I think it's already been good. Or should be doing it one more time just to be safe. So yeah, great end to the regular season. We get to get ourselves into the actual tournament next time, and every freaking game counts, and I cannot wait to get to that point. So thank you guys for coming out. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing something after this. You know, like I said, night of basketball, so probably some NBA 2K17. So those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much. And I will see you guys next time.